room for it.
No, it isn't actually. We'll just have that there, but we can get you another one.
Oh, no, right, that's
Are
fine.
you sure you're comfortable on that one? So actually, ladies and gentlemen, just before we start the ceremony today, can I just make a quick announcement in terms of photographs? Obviously, we have our official photographer today. If we could ask you just to take a couple of photographs, perhaps, if you'd like to, when Bob and Wynne first arrived, but actually during the ceremony, if you could just let our photographer crack on and do his thing, and he will then have a sea of smiling faces as opposed to people holding up a camera or a telephone today. That would be much appreciated. And we are almost ready to start, I think. So we'll just wait for the...
Who are you, please?
Sorry, we're the registrars.
Right. Nice to meet you, registrars.
Pleased to meet you
Two
too.
smiling faces there.
So if I could ask you to stand to welcome the wedding party, please.
Like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sea blue ocean.
Yep, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Please take your seats. Oops, that's fallen off. So good afternoon, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to the beautiful Chewton Glen here on the edge of the New Forest on this very special occasion for Bob and for Wynne. My name is Jane Godfrey. My colleague here is Sue Andrews, and we are both members of Hampshire's Ceremonies team. So my role today is to guide the two of you through your wedding vows and promises, while Sue has the much more important task of witnessing the marriage and the signing of the marriage schedule. And we do just want to extend a very warm welcome to everybody across the world who's joining us, as well as those, obviously, of the guests who are here with us today. So it is that we are gathered here today in this room, which has been duly sanctioned by law for the celebration of marriage. And I must now ask you both to confirm your full names. So, Bob, your full name, please.
Robert Andrew Hicks.
Excellent. And Wynne, your full name, please.
Winifred and Coy.
Excellent. This is always a huge relief for registrars when we reach this moment in the ceremony, because we have the right people in the right place at the right time. Many congratulations. Well done. Now, it has long been a tradition for a hand to be given in marriage, and I'm delighted that James is here today to fulfil this very important task. So if I could, James, ask you to step forward, please. Now, I should just point out that this in no way relinquishes any responsibility you may have for your mother, but it does signify your approval of the decision that Wynne and Bob have made to marry. So as you stand here before them, you're affirming your love and support for our couple. Is it your wish that they have every happiness in their future lives together?
It certainly is.
Excellent. So thank you. If I could ask you to take Wynne's hand and to pass it into Bob's for safekeeping. Well done. Thank you very much indeed.
Do you really stand like this?
You don't, no, you don't have to at all. You stand however is comfortable.
Okay.
That's perfectly okay. And in actual fact, you can't stand there like that, now, Bob, because it's your turn. Bob has some words that he'd like to address to everybody, please.
Okay, you know I like all the things technical, so this is a poem written by a person called Marlena B. Bryant. What if there wasn't the internet? Do you think that we would have ever met? I keep thinking, what would I be doing? What kind of life would I be leading? I often think about these things, and I always come to the same perception. Without you, I could have been a lonely person living an unfulfilled life. I know that we met for a reason, and the definition was both you and I were meant to be soulmates. You have given me the strength to move on. I believe that our relationship has been blessed. I am so content that things have turned out the way they were supposed to be. Thank you for loving me. You are my world, my life. my heart and my soul. And I'd also like to thank all my friends around the world who are watching this on YouTube, because it's lovely. There's only a small group of us here, but there's probably 100 of people in different parts of the world watching. So particularly from Canada with Alex and Melissa, and also United States, Australia, Thailand, India, Pakistan, the Middle East, and Belgium, particularly with my own son and granddaughters in Belgium, and also in France and the Netherlands, lots of good friends, as well as other people in England, South Africa, I nearly forgot. So lots of people in lots of different countries, as well as ourselves. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully it's coming out okay on YouTube. Thanks to James.
Thank you, Bob. Well done. Now, would you like to say what? So marriage joins two people who trust the love that they have found. It is a partnership in which each can grow while sharing in the development of the other. And it is a statement to all around you what you already know, namely that you have found that very finest quality of love, support and friendship that you wish to share for the rest of your lives. And today you will affirm your relationship by offering each other the security which comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and faithfully kept. Bob and Wyn, before you were joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the vows that you are about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life and to the exclusion of all others. It is a faithful union that provides the love and friendship, help and comfort that each should have for the other, both in times of joy and in times of trouble. It is not to be entered into lightly, nor is it likely to be set aside. Now, before we proceed with the ceremony, I must now ask that if anyone present knows of any just cause or lawful impediment why this marriage should not take place, they should declare it now. Beautifully behaved guests. And I now have to ask each of you in turn to declare honestly and truthfully that to the best of your knowledge and belief, there is no lawful reason why you should not be joined together in marriage. I'm going to come to you first, Bob. If you could repeat after me, please. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Robert Andrew Hicks.
Why I, Robert Andrew Hicks.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Winifred Anand Coyne.
To Winifred Anand Coyne.
Just repeat after me, please. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Winifred Anand Coyne.
Why I, Winifred Anand Coyne.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Robert Andrew Hicks.
To Robert Andrew Hicks.
Oh, perfect. Well done. Well done.
First time.
Now, marriage is a verbal contract which is publicly shared. It is not only a legal contract between two people, but it is a bond based in trust and respect that should hold the two of you together throughout your lives. You have invited your friends here today and family here today to witness your marriage, and so I ask you now, in their presence, to respond with the words "I do" to the following question. Do you wish to be joined in marriage to Wyn, promising to love her and remain true to her for the rest of your life?
I do.
And Wyn, do you wish to be joined in marriage to Bob, promising to love him and remain true to him for the rest of your life?
I do.
Excellent. So now the moment has come for Bob and Wyn to contract their marriage before you, their witnesses. So if I could, therefore, ask those of you who are able to stand to share this special moment with them, that would be great. And if I could ask the two of you to step a little bit closer and to hold both hands. And I ask you to do this because you're about to make a verbal contract before witnesses. And the vows you make to each other. So these are the words which will make you husband and wife. I'm going to come to you first, Bob. You could repeat after me, but obviously address them to me. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness
to witness
that I, Robert Andrew Higgs,
that I, Robert Andrew Higgs,
do take thee, Winifred Anand Coyne,
to take thee, Winifred Anand Coyne,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Well done. Your turn then, okay. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness
to witness
that I, Winifred Anand
that
Coyne,
I, Winifred Anand Coyne,
do take thee, Robert Andrew Higgs,
do take thee, Robert Andrew Higgs,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Well done. Thank you, everybody, and please take your seats again. Well done.
That's it.
No, not quite, not quite.
What about the rings?
Exactly, exactly.
You sold them by now.
So we made sure that David was sitting nice and close.
Yeah.
Okay. So we now come to the exchange of wedding rings. Now, this is the ancient and traditional way of sealing the marriage contract. So the ring is an unbroken circle with no beginning and no end. And it symbolises the unending and everlasting love that you have for one another, and is the outward sign of the lifelong promises that you have just made today. Now, David's beaten us to it. Look, he's here, very eager. So, Bob, if I could ask you to take Wynn's ring, please. And if you could place that onto the third finger of her left hand. That's it. And still holding it there, if you could just repeat after me, please. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and affection,
as a symbol of my love and affection
and all that we share together.
and all that we share together.
Well done, thank you. And then if you'd like to take Bob's ring, third finger of the left hand. Again, just repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and affection.
as a symbol of my love and devotion.
Affection, devotion, you name it. And all that we share together.
And all that we share together.
Well done. That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you, David. Thank you very much indeed. And we now have some very special words from Wynne. It's your turn now. Let me just pass it to you.
I don't really know where this poem came from, but all the information that kept coming in, what we should do and not do and all the rest of it. But I just thought this one sounded appropriate, so we'll see what we think. I love you because you're my future, my present and part of my past. My world has been turning so quickly and time just keeps moving so fast. I love you because you have something no ordinary person can give, a warmth that I'll cling to forever, hold on to so long as I live. I love you because your devotion is tender and wonderfully rare. Could anyone ever imagine the magic moments we share? I love you because you are truthful, your eyes hold the key to my heart. Tell me you share my commitment and we shall not be apart. I love you because you are wonderful. You give me all that I need, a hug when I need reassurance, a smile if we have disagreed. I love you because I just love you. For many reasons to say, and I'll always be right here beside you, a breath and a heartbeat away.
Oh, well done. Perfect words, thank you very much. Now, marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love one another, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. It gives you a shared vision for your future, which needs constant tending to handle the pressures of everyday life. So if at times that vision becomes a little hard to handle, try to remember what brought you together to this place and to this moment today. May you always be able to talk things over, confide in each other, and support and encourage one another, and laugh together a lot. I don't think that'll be a problem at all, actually. And may the everyday things become special, and the special things become truly wonderful, and may you remain the greatest of friends. Above all, may you find a lifetime of true happiness. So if I could just ask the two of you to stand and come together, if not, that's perfect. So Bob and Wynne, you have made a solemn and binding contract with each other here in the presence of your family and your friends. So it is my very, very great pleasure to announce that you are now husband and wife. Now you get to kiss your beautiful bride.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Mark.
So we have a little bit of a few formalities to complete with our paperwork. So if you could just give us a few minutes, we will be back with you as soon as possible.
You want us to stay?
No, yeah, you need to stay for the signing, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, actually, that way. That'd be much easier.
Yeah.
Yes. It's making it more difficult than it need be.
Would you like to come out this?
Oh, no, that's it. All right, sorry.
I'm just going to get you to sit and hand this over so that you can sign it.
Thank you.
No, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Just in this one.
Just in that box, so just where that pen mark.
What's it called?
Perfect, perfect. Isn't that husband to husband?
Gotta get used to this.
I don't know. Just saw it.
Just need this one over here, this,
Yeah, please, yeah.
James, could we just ask you to sit for the pen?
Okay. And then you click your name there and then sign once you've done it. Okay? So just James. Okay. I just do it as well, didn't I?
No, I don't want that. A little bit weird.
Yeah. Much incense. Now quiet.
Thank you, James.
They're much more solemn affairs, aren't they? So, that's right. How do you get to do that?
We're nearly there, we're nearly there.
Oh, no.
Okay, so what we have in here is your commemorative certificate. So your legal certificate will come through the post to you probably within about a week. But in case you wake up in the morning and think this is a dream,
That's right.
we've actually got something in written here that you can open up and realise that's happened on the electronic.
Very
It comes on very quickly, so long and happy to
Thank you.
Have you got?
No, sorry, you carry on.
Yeah, pretend.
There's no way to know if
That's good. Yeah, I'm looking down across the room, just looking down at the book box. And then we're looking this way, okay, what you should move into the book. Okay, they're both looking here, right? Wait, this way? Okay, as well, okay. And put one all round behind you. That's it, yeah, that's it, okay. Okay, this side,
Well, that's right, yeah.
Great, this one. Thank you.
Okay, Mark.
Always teasing Jack.
So we are almost at the end of today's ceremony. And if I could just ask the two of you to step forward and join us at the front, facing your guests. Now, I didn't notice when you signed the schedule, Bob, whether you were right or left-handed or not. I didn't know which one.
Right.
So actually, you need to be on this side, and we need to give them the beautiful flowers. This is a piece of wedding tradition. And the reason I asked Bob whether he was right or left-handed is tradition has it that the groom should always leave the ceremony with his sword arm free, ready to fight off any unsuitable suitors. So there you go. So that does bring us to the end of today's ceremony, and it only remains for me on behalf of Sue and myself to congratulate you both. It has been a real pleasure and a real privilege to have been involved on such a special occasion for you and your friends and your family that are here today. We know that you're going to have a wonderful time this afternoon. We're obviously, I'm sure there are lots of people around the world, but we know there are, that would love to have joined you, but how wonderful that they're able to see this happening as live today. So that's fantastic as well. So if I could for one last time, please ask those of you who are able to stand. Now I think we'd like to give a very rousing round of applause for the newly married and very happy mistress. We don't provide the swords as well, unfortunately.
So where are you going now?
I think if you wait, I think we're going to come back in. Yes, exactly.